You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet. Yes, I can get it on my mind, my own mind, while I'm waving out the window like bye, bye, bye. Yeah, that bitch. Yeah, she a bad bitch. I saw her texting earlier. Fuck, we got catfish. I don't know if you can see it while I take it home. I am like that Kendrick verse, cause bitch, I'm out of control. If you...
What is up, guys, and welcome to this video. Here I'll be showing you the top 5 chest exercises to get started in the gym. Let's crack on with number 1.
Babe, if you want this, I should let you know. I'm looking for...
Number 1 is, of course, a staple in the chest day, and that is the dumbbell press. Obviously, this is kind of similar to the bench press, which I will get onto later. And there are several things that will help you perform this move effectively. As you can see here, as I'm going up to get the weights up, I use my legs to help propel the weight backwards. This is especially useful with heavier weights because it can be difficult to get them up where you need to be. As you can see, you use the force from your leg to get them up towards your shoulder height. And if we pause here, you can see that I have both dumbbells level, my shoulders are level, and I form a nice sort of T-junction, I suppose, with my spine. 180-degree angle, you know, not putting extra pressure on the joints that don't need to be. However, when performing the movement, as you can see here, a lot of people tend to stop at this point, at a 90-degree angle, and think that this is as far as you have to go. Whereas if you really want that wide chest, you want to be hitting all the muscle fibers in your chest. So you want to go beyond 90, back down to that starting point that I just showed you. Shoulders back in line, stretching the chest as much as possible, and as you can see, pushing back up and carrying on with the set. This exercise is great for working the chest and great for working all the stabilizing muscles that go with it. You'll feel your shoulders in this, you'll feel a bit of triceps, and overall it will help with your movement of the chest muscle no matter which exercise you're doing, and the control that it will bring you through training those stabilizing muscles. As you're coming down, just like going up, use the knees to bring the weight down safely.
So much more, and I promise if I take you home, I can't say
Right, number 2 is the bench press. Now this is very similar to the first exercise, the dumbbell press. However, less of the stabilizing muscles are used in this, but it is one of the big compound lifts that you should be incorporating in your training. Like I say, less stabilizing muscles involved, but you'll feel this one a lot more in your triceps and your chest. Less emphasis on the shoulders. As you can see here, a lot of people tend to stop at this point, just like the dumbbell press. You know, you want to be going further down, and as you can see there, bringing your elbows in. And this is about how far wide you want to have your grip. There are points on the bar, usually lines, that help you figure out where to go. I tend to like to put my middle finger on the line, and obviously 2 fingers either side. Like I say, bringing the elbows in towards the body and squeezing the chest as you push up, just banging the reps out. You'll find this easier to control than the dumbbells, as they can move in more directions on an axis, whereas this just goes sort of up, down, front and back really. But again, a great compound exercise to do.
you tomorrow, 'cause tomorrow I still won't know you. Babe, if you want...
Alright, next we've got cable flies. Now, this can be done on a bench with dumbbells, but I find that puts a lot of extra stress on shoulders, and the way of using the cable and the uncertainty with it, as you can see, bringing your hands in, squeezing the arms together, keeping the elbows locked in the same position for the majority of the movement. They will bend more towards 90 degrees as you go back, but yeah, squeezing them in, squeezing the chest, bringing those hands together, keeping it a very nice, solid, flowing movement, not bending the elbows willy-nilly here and there, just sort of cracking on with it. Great for developing the center of the chest, and you'll get an awesome burn out of this one.
This, you should let me go. Baby, just let me go.
Alright, number 4 is dips. Now this exercise is phenomenal for adding size to the chest. You want to make sure you keep your spine straight and neutral. As you can see here, nice straight back. You're not going to be putting excess stress on your back. The next thing you want to do with this movement, bringing those legs up towards your bum. This is going to raise your center of gravity, and you're not going to be dragging your feet along the floor. You're going to be moving a mass a lot nearer your chest, and therefore activating it much more. As you can see here, when you're extending, don't fully extend. Keep some sort of angle still in your elbow. That way you're not going to be, hyperextending your joints and putting too much pressure on them. Now here you can see going down, stop here. I've gone just beyond 90 degrees. Aim for just beyond 90 so you get that extra little stretch, and therefore you're going to be working your chest a little bit more than your triceps. You don't want to be going too far down, because otherwise it's a lot of stress on your shoulders and your wrists, and that's something you want to avoid. But again, a great exercise for packing on size. Finally, an absolute staple in any workout is the press up. Here you can see how you should be keeping your body during this exercise. Everything should be in a straight line, your bum should be down, and you want to have roughly 90 degrees, slightly less than 90 degrees at the end of the movement, pushing all the way up. Now this is one where you want to extend as much as possible. Try not to lock out any joints deliberately, but you want to get that full squeeze at the top of the movement. Absolutely fantastic compound movement for gaining size.
Just let me